In the segment titled Introduction, Setting the Context for Syphilis and Its Historical Impact, we embark on an exploration of syphilis, a disease shrouded in mystery and steeped in historical significance. Syphilis is a chronic bacterial infection caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum. It's often dubbed the Great Imitator due to its complex symptoms, which mimic other diseases. Understanding its historical impact is crucial as syphilis has left an indelible mark on human history, influencing everything from medical practices to social norms. The importance of this introduction lies in framing syphilis not merely as a medical condition, but as a historical force that has altered the course of societies. Its appearance in Europe in the late 15th century coincided with explorers returning from the New World, leading to one of the first documented global pandemics. This ties into the larger theme of how diseases can shape human civilizations, prompting advancements and societal introspection. A poignant example of syphilis's impact is seen during the early 16th century when it ravaged European populations. The disease's spread was facilitated by wars and migrations, making it a catalyst for public health reforms. Another example is the infamous Tuskegee Syphilis Study in the United States, where ethical breaches in studying the natural progression of untreated syphilis among African American men led to significant changes in research ethics and informed consent practices. Supporting this idea, many historians and medical experts argue that syphilis profoundly affected social attitudes towards sexuality and morality, often being viewed through a lens of stigma and sin. Some literary and artistic works from the Renaissance, for instance, reflect this societal perception, linking syphilis to moral decay and divine punishment. Nonetheless, there are challenges and controversies surrounding the origins of syphilis, with debates about whether it existed in Europe before the Columbian Exchange or if it was indeed brought back from the Americas. This controversy affects how we understand disease transmission and historical epidemiology. This foundational context sets the stage for exploring syphilis's enigmatic nature and its implications. It influences further discussion on the evolution of medical science, public health policies, and societal attitudes towards stigmatized diseases. By acknowledging its history and impact, we gain deeper insight into how syphilis, once a formidable killer, has shaped and continues to shape our world. The origins of syphilis remain a subject of debate and intrigue, central to understanding its impact on human history. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted infection caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum, characterized by stages that can result in long-term complications if left untreated. Tracing its roots is crucial not only for comprehending its historical trajectory, but also for recognizing its role in shaping public health responses and medical advancements over the centuries. Understanding the origins of syphilis helps contextualize its devastating effects throughout history. It is believed that syphilis surfaced in Europe towards the end of the 15th century, with theories suggesting it either originated in the Americas and was brought back by European explorers like Christopher Columbus, an idea known as the Columbian hypothesis, or existed in Europe but mutated into a virulent form. This debate embodies the complexity of tracing diseases, where both historical documentation and genetic studies play pivotal roles. Two illustrative examples enhance our grasp of syphilis's origins. Firstly, skeletal evidence of treponemal diseases in pre-Columbian remains in the Americas supports the Columbian hypothesis. Secondly, molecular clock analyses of T. pallidum strains suggest a more ancient origin, providing a counterpoint that challenges earlier assumptions. These instances highlight how interdisciplinary research, from archaeology to genetics, enriches our understanding. Opinions on the origins of syphilis vary. Some academics staunchly support the Columbian exchange theory, citing historical records and the rapid spread of the disease in Europe post-1492 as compelling evidence. Others lean towards the possibility of simultaneous, independent evolution in different parts of the world, encouraged by genomic studies that hint at a more nuanced picture of syphilis's ancestry. The controversies surrounding syphilis's origins reveal broader challenges in historical epidemiology. Differing interpretations of skeletal evidence and the limitations of genetic research in recovering ancient DNA complicate the narrative. Additionally, the stigma historically associated with sexually transmitted infections can skew documentation and social understanding of the disease's history. Exploring the origins of syphilis intricately ties into its broader impact on society, influencing how it was perceived and treated over time. The historical misconceptions and social stigma attached to syphilis informed public health policies and shaped medical ethics, notably reflected in notorious studies like the Tuskegee Syphilis Study. Thus, the quest to uncover the roots of this enigmatic infection not only deepens our historical understanding, but also informs contemporary discussions on disease prevention and ethical medical practices. Transmission and early symptoms of syphilis are critical aspects of understanding this historically significant infection, once dubbed the syphilis enigma. Syphilis is a sexually transmitted infection caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum. It is primarily spread through direct contact with a syphilitic sore, which usually appears on the external genitals, vagina, anus, or in the rectum, but can also occur on the lips and in the mouth. The initial stage of syphilis is characterized by these sores, known as chancres, which are typically painless, making them easy to overlook. Recognizing these early symptoms is crucial, as early intervention can prevent the progression of the disease to more severe stages that can be life-threatening. Understanding transmission and early symptoms is vital in comprehending the broader impact of syphilis, which has shaped public health policy and influenced societal norms around sexual behavior and healthcare access. The historical context of syphilis as a major public health issue in the past highlights the importance of early detection and treatment in preventing widespread outbreaks. Real-world examples include the Tuskegee Syphilis Study, a notorious 20th century research project that failed to treat African American men with syphilis, illustrating the ethical implications of ignoring early symptoms and transmission factors. Another example is the ongoing importance of sexual education in preventing syphilis transmission. Education campaigns focusing on safe sex practices and regular testing help reduce new infections by promoting awareness of early symptoms. Opinions supporting the importance of this stage in syphilis management emphasize that early diagnosis and treatment can prevent severe health complications and reduce the disease's spread. Public health experts often stress the need for comprehensive sexual health education and accessible healthcare services to ensure early detection and treatment. Challenges surrounding this topic include stigmatization of sexually transmitted infections, which can deter individuals from seeking testing and treatment. Controversies also arise from debates over mandatory testing and privacy concerns. Additionally, some alternative viewpoints argue that current healthcare systems in certain regions are insufficient in providing the necessary resources to combat syphilis effectively. This point connects to the broader history of syphilis by illustrating the evolutionary biology and social dynamics of the disease. By understanding transmission and early symptoms, we gain insights into the complex interaction between biological pathogens and human behavior, which has historically dictated the ebb and flow of syphilis outbreaks. This knowledge informs current public health strategies aimed at controlling and eventually eradicating the infection. The advancements in medical research concerning syphilis diagnosis and treatment mark a pivotal development in understanding this notorious infection. Syphilis, caused by the bacterium Treponema pallidum, was once a devastating killer due to its stealthy progression and lack of effective treatment. Over the centuries, the evolution of medical science has dramatically shifted how syphilis is diagnosed and treated, transforming it from a feared killer into a manageable condition. Understanding this evolution is crucial when discussing the origins and impact of syphilis because it shows how far we've come in combating infectious diseases. Early syphilis diagnosis relied heavily on identifying symptoms, which often overlap with other diseases. However, with advancements such as the Wassermann test in the early 1900s and the development of more specific blood tests like the RPR, rapid plasma reagin, and FTA-ABS, fluorescent treponemal antibody absorption, accurate diagnosis became possible. These tests have allowed healthcare providers to identify syphilis even in its latent stages, which was previously a significant challenge. One landmark development in syphilis treatment has been the discovery of penicillin in the mid-20th century. This antibiotic revolutionized syphilis management, offering an effective cure for a disease that had claimed countless lives over the years. Today, penicillin remains the most effective treatment for syphilis, underscoring the importance of antibiotic discovery in infectious disease control. However, the journey has not been without challenges. The infamous Tuskegee Syphilis Study, where African American men were denied treatment to study the disease's progression, highlights the ethical controversies surrounding syphilis research. This tragic event has had a lasting impact on medical ethics and research practices, emphasizing the importance of ethical standards in medical research. Furthermore, the rise of antibiotic resistance poses a potential threat to the ongoing Efficacy of penicillin. While syphilis has not demonstrated significant resistance, the general trend in antibiotic resistance underscores the necessity for continued research and vigilance. These advancements not only enhance our understanding and management of syphilis, but also influence public health strategies, sexual health education, and ethical research practices. By examining the evolution of syphilis diagnosis and treatment, we gain valuable insights into the broader narrative of how human innovation and ethics interplay with the challenges posed by infectious diseases, reinforcing the importance of research and ethical considerations in the ongoing battle against such health threats.